Hello, this is Gary Schnitkey, and this is a 5-minute farmdoc dealing with the outlook for nitrogen prices moving into the spring of 2023. Nitrogen prices and anhydrous ammonia in particular have been volatile since fall of 2021. This fall, since August, we have seen anhydrous ammonia prices increase from $1,100 a ton to over $1,400 per ton in November of 2023. As we move into spring 2023, three sets of factors will influence nitrogen fertilizer prices. The first is the typical dynamics between nitrogen fertilizers, corn, and natural gas. Anhydrous ammonia and corn and natural gas prices are very highly positively correlated. As corn prices go up, so does anhydrous ammonia and all other nitrogen fertilizers. Similarly, natural gas prices, as they go up, so does anhydrous ammonia and nitrogen fertilizer prices. Right now, we are expecting $6.80 per bushel corn price moving into the spring, or at least that's what WASDE is projecting. And we are expecting natural gas at the Henry Hub to average $5 per million BTUs. That $5 price would be a decline from earlier in the fall and would be roughly the same as was occurred last year in the fall of 2021. Those two prices, $6.80 for corn, $5 for natural gas, would result in, if historical relationships follow, about an $1,100 to $1,300 per ton anhydrous ammonia price. That is a bit lower than it is today. However, there are other events that could influence nitrogen fertilizer prices, with geopolitical or world events being one of those. The Ukraine-Russia conflict will likely have a large impact on natural gas and nitrogen fertilizer prices. In recent years, or since the fall of 2021, Russia has been slowing flows of natural gas into Western Europe, raising the price of gas in Western Europe. That has caused Western Europe to be uncompetitive in the production of nitrogen fertilizers. Because they are uncompetitive, nitrogen fertilizers tend to move from other areas like the U.S. into Europe and those areas that Europe used to supply. As long as the Ukraine-Russia conflict continues and perhaps escalates, we can expect nitrogen fertilizer prices to remain high. Conversely, if Ukraine-Russia would de-escalate, we could see nitrogen fertilizers decrease in price. The other set of events that could impact nitrogen fertilizer prices are any disruptions in ammonia and nitrogen fertilizer production. That would most likely be in the lower Mississippi Delta. Any weather that could adversely impact anhydrous ammonia and nitrogen fertilizer prices would tend to increase price. We could also see disruptions to natural gas, and that could be weather in Texas and Oklahoma. Anything that would cause disruptions in natural gas there or fertilizer production could lead to higher prices. Given the high volatile prices, we have 4 risk management suggestions. The first is to reduce nitrogen rates to university recommended levels, and applying more than that will have higher cost in a higher cost environment. Second is price nitrogen at multiple points during the year. That will cause that nitrogen price to come closer to the season average price. The third is to wait to apply some of the nitrogen post-plant, and after planting we will know more about the outlook for corn price. We will obviously know more about what nitrogen fertilizers look like in the spring, and we also will have some feel for the growing conditions that we are facing. Finally, number 4, As we purchase fertilizer, we should also be thinking of pricing some of the grain. We're buying fertilizer at high prices, and actually all inputs at high prices. Right now, 2023 grains are at profitable levels. Pricing some of those grains right now would lead to less risk, and that less risk would result because if we have low corn prices going into the fall, but have purchased high inputs, we could be in an adverse income situation. You can read more about this issue in the FarmDoc Daily, linked in the video description below.